We're not going live yet, are we?
I wish the TKS 80 was only lost in the U.S. catalog.
TKS?
Not
I don't know. We're on, buddy.
No, we're not on.
Yes, we are.
We still got a half hour.
No.
No?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, I guess I gotta work. Hey, everybody! It is Festool Friday, right? Minnie, today's Friday, right?
It is.
I'm so lost in the catalog.
Yay!
Wait for it. Okay, never mind. Hey, I'm donating this episode to somebody very special. Her name is Minnie Gleb. It's in the description. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about today. I have set everything up and too much, but we're going to have a lot of fun. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Festool Live, episode 223.
Heck yeah.
Really?
223.
Oh.
Because last week was
Room 222.
Room 222, baby. All right, so right over here on the board, she's really not bored. It's Christine. She's got her live crew shirt on, you betcha. Behind the camera is Chris. I'm soon gonna be a daddy. Woohoo! Cybert. All right, we are so stoked around here at Festool. And let's see, on the line today, we have a very special guest from West Lafayette, Indiana. Some of you may know him. His name is Garrett Fumio Sato. Yeah, baby.
Hi, Garrett.
Wow. Okay. So, and then on the board, and she's really not bored, is Minnie. Now, everybody, I gotta call this out. Minnie's wearing her Hawaiian shirt. Unit, give me the camera.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. The unit, check this Hawaiian shirt out. Check it out. It's got pink flamingos. He actually spent money for it. Okay. He paid serious coin for it. It's a Lululemon-nade. A Lulu lemonade. Okay, so everybody, the reason they're wearing Hawaiian shirts today, it was just told to me by Min that every Friday, me not noticing because I'm down there every Friday, they all have Hawaiian shirts on. It's Hawaiian shirt day down in the repair department. And I gotta say thank you to everybody down there because they do one heck of a job. I was down there even yesterday and just hanging out with everybody, and that's a fun place to be.
So if you're 2 days late, it was your fault?
So, did anybody hear that? Wow, I am not feeling any love in this entire building today. But I love all of you. Okay, so I'm giving a shout out to all our people in repair. They are unbelievably awesome. They do such a good job. Okay, next week it actually is Friday, right? And next week is July 4th. I want to do Festool Live on July 4th, but I can't because everybody's on vacation and the building's closed. So enjoy a best of series next week. We'll be back the week after. We have a special camera person because somebody just happens to be having a baby.
I know.
Unbelievable. He's taking time off. I can't believe Mr. PTO.
Mr. PTO.
Oh my God, Mr. PTO's back. Okay, and there's also I got a little housekeeping here. I don't know if you guys know this, but we're having one of our biggest sweepstakes right now on MyFestool. All the stuff. Check out the website, our homepage, Festool USA, Festool Canada. It has all the information. Sign up. That's going to last one more week, Christine.
It ends on Sunday the 6th.
It ends on Sunday the 6th, and that is at 11:59. Hey, I'm pretty good like that, huh? I remember stuff every once in a while. Okay, good. All right, so the reason I'm donating this episode or observing this episode for Minnie is because there was a time I needed a topic, and I said, hey, let's just do Lost in the Catalog. And it's been Minnie's favorite. So every time I do this, I keep looking over here to Minnie because she keeps going, oh, I didn't know we have that. Guys, do you know this is Lost in the episode number 17?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lost in the episodes. Lost, did I say that? Hey, everybody pay attention to me today. I don't know where I'm at. Okay, so this is Lost in the Catalog, episode number 17. Okay, so there's something in the catalog. I bet you don't know this. Okay, because a lot of people I know don't know this. Did you know this? So if you have a TSV 60, okay, I don't think we made a big announcement on this. The TSV 60 is a TS60 with an extra motor, and it has this right in front. It's a scoring blade. Okay, so when we make a cut, melamine, veneered plywood, and it has to be a perfect cut. It gets a really good cut, which I always thought was perfect. But when perfect is not good enough, you have to have spectacular on cross-cutting plywood or melamine or really high-end, high-gloss laminate. A lot of people will score it once with a slight cut. Well, we added an extra blade, so it's a scoring cut. All right. Now it's one tooth. It's polycrystalline diamond. It lasts forever. But it's not that we had a situation. Hang on a second. Let me show you the perfect cut you get with this. I'm going to set this up. All right, and I'm going to bring it in here. I got my clamps all set. I'm going to only use one clamp today. Oh, I'll use two. Okay, now, on episode, I forget the episode for the TSV 60. Do you remember the number? Yeah, okay, we put it in the description. Christine put it in the description because Chris is being lazy. Oh, he is, man. It's like, wow, he's already on vacay. Okay. I show you how to dial in that scoring blade. We did 2 episodes, right, Christine? On the TSV 60. And I show you how to make that perfect alignment. So you get this. And I'm going to stop it halfway through so you actually see what's happening. Okay, I'm going to pull it up. And you're going to see, hang on, let me get a light on here. Let me get a light. Okay, you're going to see how it's perfectly aligned, and I'm scoring that top veneer first, and then I go back and I'm cutting it with that blade. So it's perfectly 100% splinter-free on both sides. So I had to bring home the TSV 60 because I was cutting a piece of plywood where I was just edge banding the sides here and here, but I wanted a continuation of grain, and I couldn't have any tear out on either side. This saw was the perfect saw for that. So as I'm cutting this, now, when I went through those first videos, okay, and you're gonna see there's no tear out on either side. Chris, I'm sorry I'm moving fast, but I want to bring it over. And I want everybody to see this. The lighting's not the greatest in here, but I want to bump it up. Look at that cut, everybody. There's not one daggone chip out on that whole cut. All right? So, we had a few folks say, because in that episode, I mentioned, don't push the saw so fast. Let the saw do its job. Let it score and cut. But people weren't listening. Okay, so we got a few situations, so we said, you know what? Let's release a 2-tooth blade. And that's why I say most people who have a TSV 60 don't even need this blade. But if you're really pushing the saw fast, okay, not taking your time, there's not a big difference, okay? Here, with the 2-tooth blade, and I get the part numbers. Chris, you put the part numbers down in there?
Christine took care of it.
Christine took care of it. What? You're like a short timer unit. God. Okay, it's 577962. And I'm going to show you how to change this. They're the same. The kerf is exactly the same, so you don't have to switch a splinter guard. You don't have to retune the kerf. You'll see it lines up perfectly. But it's 2 polycrystalline diamond teeth on there. Okay, so let's switch the blade. It's really easy. I'm going to take the dust extraction off. And remember, it's hardwired, so unplug it. I'm going to put it in fast fix, just like this. Super simple. And it's going to lock down. Now, I don't need to change this blade. I need to change this blade. Okay? In here, Chris, I want to make sure we see it. There's a little arbor lock. I'm going to press that in, and what's going to happen is the little pin will fall, watch, into, as I depress it, as I spin it, okay, it drops into the arbor. There, see, it just went in a little bit deeper, and now it's locked. Now, I need a hex key, and right here, unit, get this, please, stored right here, handy dandy, is a hex key. Now, let's look at this. To open, you go this way. Now, see the tooth here? And you see the tooth here. What's happening is a scoring blade is going in the opposite direction, so you get a perfect splinter-free curve, and then it's followed up with the regular orientation of the track saw. So to open up the blade, there's an arrow. I'm going to depress this, make sure I get it in that hole. Okay, and it's pretty simple. I just spin it in that orientation, and I'm ready to take it out. Okay, and this is the single tooth blade. This is the one that comes standard. And if you just take your time and don't over push the cut, you will get a splinter-free cut. But for those instances where somebody wants to push it and push it, guess what? We have a 2-tooth blade. And you'll see I can speed up my push on this and see, oh, there I am not listening to myself. I got to go in the opposite direction to tighten this up. Okay, we're almost there. Bam, bam, and just a snug oomph, and I got it. Okay, so don't forget, always restore that hex key so you don't lose it. And I'm ready to cut. So let's get this back over here. Boy, I must have had the sniffles. I was watching episode 62, and I was like, man, there must have been a lot of pollen in the air. Guess what? That's the only time I've ever watched a Festool live. All right. Okay, dust extracting back on, and here we go. So I don't think this is lost in the catalog or on the website anymore. I'm just going to take that. The one thing I wanted everybody to notice is right here is there's no deviation on the line. So I'm just going to take that. And if you want to go a little bit faster, we now have a 2-tooth saw blade, scoring blade for you. Okay, I'm going to move this off, and let's look at the cut. And it's absolutely 100% pristine. And everybody remember this. This isn't long grain. I'm cutting cross grain. And Chris, come down here. And this is cherry plywood. I brought this from home. And look at look how thin that top layer is, okay, or that top veneer. And we are not getting any splintering. It's absolutely amazing. So if you are cutting a lot of melamine veneer and you can't have any tear out or chipping, get the TSV60 and get the scoring blade, the 2-tooth. Okay, next, let's talk a little bit about the Capex. Episode 52, is it 52? I talk about these, and I got these in the description. These are the crown stops. 62. Hey, Minnie, do you know anybody who's 62?
I do.
Who?
You?
That's it, baby. Ba-dum-boom. Hey, what did you say? Oh, my God, I'm the old man. Oh, my God, Minnie. Okay, so I didn't want to cover everything about the crown stops, just a few things. But in episode 62, the crown stops store, okay, right underneath. You got to pull it away, and they store underneath here. These store with them, okay. I didn't want to spend all day on this, all right. But there's 2 knobs underneath. You tighten those, And these are crown stops. And I'll show you why crown stops. But this is what is lost. And the reason I want to make sure I cover this is because people have been asking, will these crown stops work with the extensions on the KSC 60? They will fit, but they don't work because remember with the 60, you have the extra carriage and these are a little futile. So I will automatically say no. These are designed for the KS 120 and the extensions, and they fit on the extensions. Okay, the way they work is I'm going to open this up. And by the way, on episode 62, we had a little schematic up in the corner, and it shows all the angles I will talk about. I actually talk about cutting crown flat. It's more about cutting crown than what I'm going to talk about today. But right here, these two tabs, and I want to point out these right here that line up. So when I'm putting this on, I take these two pieces. Chris, you get that? See how these two black tabs right here? I line it up so it keeps me from fiddle-faddling too much with that. I'm just going to do a temporary lock here, and I'm going to put this one over here. This is how I align them really quick so they go on a little bit smoother. Instead of trying to do this, I line those two tabs up and slip it in. Okay, let me just take it like this. Now, when I'm setting up crown molding, I didn't want this episode to be about crown. I want to cover a few more things. But this is how this crown is hung up on the wall. Yes, in that little schematic I talk about in that episode, I talk about this is a 38 and a 52. That's the return to the ceiling. This is the return or the angle to the wall. So this is how it's hung, right? Okay, so you know about the old adage, upside down and backwards. So to cut this, I'm going to take the wall and put the wall here, if this makes sense. And Chris, I want to make sure people can see this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create what is known as a nest. I could cut crown flat, but then I have to bevel and miter, and that's a whole different animal. But see how I want the flat here and the flat up against here. But if I'm to cut this, okay, and trying to hold this, it wants to fall forward. So what a crown stop does is it stops it from going forward. And people make these all the time. Chris, come over here for a second. Over this way, please. And let me do this. Let me just adjust this a little. Okay, bring it up. Okay, so the crown stop, once I have the flat and the flat here, I'm just going to take this, loosen this, bring it in, and tighten it. All right, tighten it good. Okay, so now it's holding. I'm going to take this one, and I'll move this over. Let me just move it over a little. Oh. Okay, bring it in. Tighten the knobs underneath. There's two of them. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this one in here, making sure the flats and the flats are solid. Bring it in here. And now, if I just have to cut this crown end here or over here, this is more than enough because it holds it from going forward. But what if I'm cutting small pieces, say a return on something, and that small piece, I need support from here to here as a crown stop. Okay, now you could make one, you could cut a piece of plywood and do it, but you wouldn't be able to read the scale. So this is what's lost in the catalog. Somebody asked me not too long ago, what the heck is this in the catalog? And I went back to my desk and I wrote it down, next lost in the catalog. Okay, this here is a center line, or roughly center line. So where this goes, and what it does is it creates support all the way to the blade. I'm going to open this one up. It nests in between. So I'm going to get a rough estimate here. Open it up. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I like to get it close. Chris, come in here for a second. I kind of get this notch here lined up right here. Okay, oh, you know what's really cool? I could actually use my laser to bring it in too. Okay, get it rough and get it nested first here. Okay, see how it's pinched in between here? And I'll bring it and pinch it in with this one, just like this. It's an easy setup once you understand where the knobs are underneath. Okay, and tighten it up and tighten it up here. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it out. I'll move these slightly back here from the top. Okay, because I don't want that. Where's that piece I had right here? Okay, upside down and backwards. And I'll bring this right on in like this. I want to make sure that these are sitting ever so slightly back, which they are now. Make sure everything's tight. And I'm basically ready to go. Just making sure all those knobs are tight. Sometimes I get rushed and I don't tighten everything. And next thing you know, it gets all discombobulated. So I got flat to flat. Now, people go, why this design? I could have had a piece of plywood here, but I couldn't look down here and read my miter scale. Now I can read my miter scale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cut or two. I'm going to lock the board in so it's exactly where I want it. And that's why it comes back here like this, and I kind of lock it from below. So it's perfect. And then I'll take this one, bring it right on in, lock it in, and I'm ready to cut. So this is a sacrificial, I call it nesting board. You can call it anything you want, but it is in the catalog. So I'll make a couple of, I always make 3 cuts. The first one, the one thing I always do though, is I'm always making sure, because Chris could have bumped into this in the dry run, or Minnie could have come in and messed with it. I always make sure before I start cutting. Yes, you would, girl. I'm going to make a cut at 90, absolutely perfect, and then I'm going to do a 45 here. Okay. Okay. And then I'll do a 45 over here. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Now we're ready. And yes, believe it or not, I do have that hooked to the dust extractor. It's MDF. All right. I'm going to bring it over here, and let's make a couple of cuts. All right. So upside down and backwards. Okay. I'm going to make a 45 here. I'll bring it over. Okay. And it's just a nice reference also. So the other thing I want to talk about is this. I see a lot of people holding this, okay, and sometimes it moves on you. What's really nice about this hold down is you can see there's, you know what, Chris? I'm going to move this so we can actually look at it. I'm going to take it out. There's actually on here this flat spots. It's not round like a lot of cup washers are for hold downs. It is actually flat, and that flat is designed for this specific application. I could put it right up against and have support right up against there. See that little fillet right there? So it's perfect. I'm going to bring it in once again, and I'm going to make a cut, and you'll see how that won't move on me. Okay, so let's do this. Let's make another cut here. Okay, I'll do another 45 here on this side. I'll just bring it back over here. Okay, and let's see. Let's get this out of the way. I'll move it over to this side. See how easy that hold down is? By the way, that comes with the Capex KS120. And I'm going to take that, lock it down, and make another cut. When you're cutting small pieces like this, I know I was blocking this. My mom and dad said I always make a better door than I do a window. Okay? Always leave it to come down in speed, because a little piece like this could, as it wobbles, could kick. All right, so just really quick, I'm gonna bring it back over here. Okay, so what I wanted to get at is when I'm cutting a small piece, say for a return, this comes in, that laser comes in daggone handy. Look how I can bring that right in. And I can take that, and you can see I can bring that, let's bring it over here, Chris. I can bring that right over here and have that return into the wall, and it's absolutely perfect with little work afterwards. Okay, so there's that perfect cut. Is that coming through, Christine? Nice? Good. So that is why a nested board or a nesting board is in the catalog, believe it or not. So I wanted to make sure I covered that because somebody asked recently. All right. This demonstration never gets old. I've done it on like 3 or 4 episodes, but I wanted to call this out because somebody asked recently about the bag. This is the bag that comes with the TSC 55, right? Okay, good. Did I say all those numbers and letters right? Okay, TSC 55. You'll see there's nothing in here. Okay, now, everybody asks, can I use this on my TS60? Can I use this on my normal TS55? It doesn't just fit the cordless, it fits all the track saws, as long as you have a configuration like this. And most nowadays do. There is a part available that you can take off the 5 screws and replace it with this, so the bag locks right on. Okay, yes, you can use it. If I prefer to use a dust extractor, yesterday you'll see my dust extractor right here. And I said, I need a dust extractor. And I went, no, I don't, because I'm going to be using the bag. I'm around electricity in here. I don't need cordless in here. Do I reach for the TSE 55 cordless? Yes, I do. But I'm usually doing something outside or around the building. But sometimes, for convenience, I'll just throw a bag on there. I'm just going to plug in my TS60. Everybody asks, which one do I have? It's a TS60. I just love the performance of this saw. Okay. Here's one. It's not lost in a catalog, but it's lost on the tool. A lot of people don't know this. I called it out in the episode on the TS60. But check this out. If you don't know, on your TS60 right up here to get the cord out of the way, there's a little hook. Makes it really convenient, okay? So, you know what I would call that, Chris? An air cut. Let me make this cut here. I used the limit stop to give me a 6mm reveal. That's for you, Marvin. You showed me that, buddy. Hopefully I see you up in Michigan. All right, here we go. Oh, make sure that I depth this set. I'm ready to rock and roll. Okay, wait a minute. Minnie, did you see any dust in that bag?
No.
Good. I'm actually going to do this as a magic act on America's Got Talent. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's only one thing I don't have. Talent. Okay, good. I always shake my head when I'm cutting with the TS60. It feels, because of that 1.8mm curve, it feels like there's no resistance at all. It almost feels like I'm not even cutting. It's absolutely amazing. So, do you see a lot of dust on the floor?
Let me see if we see any on you. Not so much.
Wait a minute, man. Check out the whole package. See if it's see if I have any dust. Okay. Okay. So this is what's mind-boggling to me. I've done this demo 100 times, 1,000 times. The dust extractor gets. Does anybody know how much dust we've quantified? Wow. Give her a raise. Okay. It's 96%. I'll take the extra 2. Okay, we get all the dust now because we have the Sys Air. God, you're in marketing, Christine. Come on.
I'm allergic to
Oh, you're allergic to dust. Okay. Look at all the dust. Just kidding. This is amazing. So the bag works, everybody. Just like on the new ETS C125 and ETS C150, the bag actually works on the new Sanders. But check this out. With the bag, everybody, that's 1 8-foot cut. 1 8-foot cut.
Wow.
That's 90% of the dust. Okay, hang on. But you do have to have a dust extractor to get all the rest up, okay? So, okay, I've covered, I think, everything in here before, except for that 2-tooth TSV 60 blade. But I wanted to make sure because people are asking, they'll come up to me or they'll call and say, hey, what's this in the catalog? And I'll explain to them and they go, huh, you know what they usually say? You ought to do a lost in the catalog on it. I'm like, oh, okay. Sometimes it's hard to go back and reference all the different episodes. So, Minnie, what'd you think?
I thought it was amazing. I do.
Minnie, by the way, everybody, people don't know this, Minnie is my publicist as well. She's my agent, so if you need a booking for me and the rest of the crew, Minnie handles all of that for us.
There you go. Just give me a hug.
All right. So, Minnie, I got to shout out some people. Hey, did Garrett have a lot of questions?
There were questions, yes.
Okay, good. Hey, Garrett, in case I don't say it, thank you. You're always there for us. Always. Always, brother. Okay. So I got to call off some names. So hopefully the lighting's okay. I think I'm going blind, but we got all the shades drawn. It's wicked hot here in Indiana, so we're trying to conserve energy. And man, it's like, whew, I need new lights. Okay, is this the first or the second, Minnie? First, we have Oliver from Southern California. We have Chris from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Rob from South Devon, England. You know how you can tell? It's written right there, South Devon. Okay, we have Michelle from Paris. We have Doug from Zionsville. Gene, he's on the shore of the Salish Sea, building a schooner. Hey, look it up, Google girl. All right. She's complaining about us this morning, Unit, about we don't know our geography. Okay, so we have Greg from northern Minnesota, Big Island Ed. We have Ruben from Plettenberg Bay, South Africa. That's wicked cool. You didn't know what South Africa is, Christine? Yeah. It's in Africa, and it's at the south. Yeah. See? The unit told me that one. Okay, we have Mark S. from Woodcraft, Springfield, Virginia. We have Andrew from Maumee, Ohio. Robert, Mr. Stone Cold, via Cooperstown, New York. And he's watching his grandson playing in the Junior World Series. Whoa, wicked cool. Whoa, Stone Cold, that's awesome. We have Mike M. from Austin, Texas. That's Mr. Martinez. How are you, Mike? We have Des and Shedrat from Harrogate, England. We have Rick from sunny Blackpool, UK. Dan from Norway, Joe from Waseca, Illinois. Okay, we have Parishiv Marian from Bucharest, Romania. Michael from Edmonton, Alberta. Merlin from Walla Walla, Washington. We have Mr. Hudster from Chichester. We have Dave from Portland, Oregon. Dana and Jason and Yana from Granite Falls, Washington. You said WI for Wisconsin, but I know they're from Washington. We have Chris from Malta. We have Scott from Greenlee, Colorado. Brian from Avon, Connecticut. The Gov. That's Gary. He's the governor. We have Lode from Stockholm. We have Chris from Springfield, Oregon. Johnny O from Atco, New Jersey. We have Mac from Loyal Heights, Seattle, Washington. Tom and Kelly from Eatonton, Georgia. We have Soren from Denmark. We have Arno Coffee from Baltimore. Minnie, did you just put that up? That's baseball, baby.
No, I put it up when I wrote the whole thing.
From Cooperstown. I know what Cooperstown.
What World Series
I know Cooperstown.
There you go.
We have Sparktrition, that's Willie. We have David K. from St. Charles, Missouri. Jeff from Columbia, Tennessee. Gerald from DeRidder, Louisiana. David from Shanghai.
China. Third time.
Whoa.
Huh? We were told to get a geography lesson from the girl. Okay, we have David from Shanghai, Martin from El Cajon, California, Lauren from Rhode Island. How you doing, Lauren? We have Blake Weber, Mr. Weber from Novato, California. We have the Woodcraft Dayton crew.
I wrote crew.
Crew. Okay, they have a watch party palace. We have Jerry G from Sugar Grove, Illinois. We have Jacob from Rhode Island. We have Captain Kirk from Marietta, Georgia. My goodness, we have a lot of people watching today. Holy macanoli. We have Mark from Ipswich, Mass. I know you're Mark. We have Mark from Crimpton Anderlecht. That's the Netherlands. We have another Mark from Anaheim, California. We have Chris, not the unit, from Van High, St. Louis, Missouri. We have William from Nogales, Arizona. Jurgen from Delft, the Netherlands. Pineapple, barbecue, and wings.
Woodworking.
Oh, and woodworking wings from...
He wants wings for lunch.
I love wingies. From Space Coast, Florida. Kevin from Tucumcari, New Mexico. Matt from Newark, Ohio. Sorry, Matt, not another Mac. We have Greg from Whitestown.
My man.
Is that Indiana?
It is, I believe. I'm guessing.
All right, I know where that place is.
He comes all the time.
Steve from Beers with the Boys, or Bourbon with the Boys, whatever you like. Steve, I'll talk to you tonight. We have Bedwar Gwynd, Wrexham, North Wales. Hey, say it with confidence, even if you're messing it up.
There you go.
Okay, Paul from Reading, Berkshire, UK. Woo! Congratulations, OKC Thunder. Great series, terrific, good sport. Tim.
Yay! Thunder! Go, Tim!
Woo! Sander DeWatcher. What the heck is that, Minnie?
I don't know.
Sander DeWatcher. Sander DeWatcher. Whacked her. Okay, whatever. Transported Acorn, that's my main man, Dan from Kingman, Arizona. Check out his channel. Klaus from DK. Sexy Rich Miranda from... behave. From Isabella, Puerto Rico. Ooh, Rich Miranda. Mike, oh, you behave. We have Michael from Oahu. George from Tallinn, Estonia. Stanley from Houma, Arizona. It's Dave, everybody, and it's her. It's Gwen. Woo! Apo. Aka, Finland. Frank from Downers Grove, Illinois. Matley from Tinley Park, Illinois. Leo from Holland. Petri from Ullari, Finland. Wes from Knoxville, Tennessee. Fish and Doogie.
Stockholm.
What?
Stockholm.
Fish and Doogie from Stockholm.
Yes, I'm sorry. Took me a minute to remember
Stockholm.
where it's from.
Okay, we have James
But I remember.
Sankoe, Varina, North Carolina. Warren from Batavia, Ohio. Give from Shaker Heights. That's Ohio. We all know Give. Remember?
Yeah.
From Shaker Heights?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's always there with us at Hattville. We have Kurt from Rochester, Michigan. Paul, Cheryl, and Sam, and 6 grandkids watching from Anthem, Arizona?
Yeah.
Holy macanoli. Jason from Fenton, Michigan. Hey, everybody, I'm going to be in Michigan twice this fall. Dragon from Serbia. Ken, once in Detroit, Grosse Pointe. I'm going to be in Grosse Pointe. And I'm going to be in Charlotte, Michigan. Isn't that cool? It's going to be awesome. I'm not focusing. I'm not focusing, Christine. I'm like, they call me Mr. Tangent in this place. We have Kenneth from Oak Park, Illinois. Leo from the Big Island, Hawaii. Minnie, do I have more?
You do.
Is that annoying, Christine?
You know, it turns out Fish and Doogie
Christine, is that annoying?
is from Pennsylvania.
Christine's annoyed at me. Okay, we have Jeff from Mansfield, Ohio. We have Dirk from Dayton. We have Victor Legardo. Best wishes, Chris. That's Victor from Cesena Systems of North America.
Hi, Victor.
Victor. We have Sarah from Plymouth, Mass. Mike from Chicago. We have Kendall from Muskegon, Michigan. Norman from Fallbrook, California. And Jay R. Regina, Saskatchewan. And that's in Canada. Is that Fallbrook, Canada?
No.
That's California, and that's Canada.
Yes, it's.
How can I tell the difference?
It's the pressure of the end of the day. I know. Well, you're going.
Oh, God. Oh, another one.
One-toothed Ruth from Duluth.
One-toothed Ruth from Duluth.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, one-toothed Ruth from Duluth. How are you? Okay, everybody. Who is that? Hey, everybody. I don't know what it's like in your neck of the woods, but this week I think I lost 50 pounds because of the heat, huh?
Yeah.
It's been miserable. Minnie, you doing good?
I'm great.
You're hot?
I'm hot.
Ooh, whoa! Did you hear that? Wow!
Hey, man.
Oh, you behave. I'm gonna hook you up with Rich Miranda. Yeah, baby, Isabella, Puerto Rico. All right, so everybody. Christine, are you okay? I know. Okay, everybody. Hey, thank you. I think you can tell we all have a lot of fun here, and hopefully we've imparted some information for you. Don't hesitate to reach out. Tell us what you think might be lost in the catalog. I think I will always have plenty of content for Lost in the Catalog. Mm-hmm. We have a running joke. It's episode 300, episode in the catalog number. Okay, but thank you for following us. Thank you for following along. Have a great weekend. We are off next week. Best of series coming up because of July 4th. It's a big celebration. We might be in a parade, we might not, but we don't know. So have a great weekend. We love you. I say it every daggone time because we do. Thanks for being part of us and letting us be part of you. So I think that's a wrap, Christine. Okay, you sure?